Hello and welcome back to Unboxable Kings. My name is Joshua and the goal of this channel is to help you live free and on your own terms. And a huge part of that jigsaw is being commercially viable on your own terms. And the way that we advocate doing that is exchanging authentic service for uncapped fiat currency on the internet. In other words, installing a system into your reality that allows you to be of service, to create transformation in clients' lives, and they pay you very well for it wherever you are in the world. And we leverage automation in these systems, we leverage assets, digital ecosystems that do a lot of the heavy lifting, and it's a really good way to live free on your own terms because you're creating your own energy. And in videos like this, I share what I call a static map for success, meaning I share with you fully what has worked for me in the commercial world with the context of helping somebody that's posted something online. And in this specific example, it's another Reddit post, and it just really drew me in because the headline was a problem I've already solved. This video is for a guy that wants to get into nutritional holistic health coaching, and I already have a client that we took from the exact same scenario through to now where he's doing a whole lot better with his digital system. He scaled it to a pretty significant level. So in this video, I just want to share the exact steps that we took, the way that we thought about changing the systems to deliver that market viable offer, with the intention, obviously, empowering the original poster, Sean, but then anybody else that's watching this. It's the same strategy. We're very repeatable here. We're very replicable. We don't keep it super complicated. Just keep it straight to the point and simple. And I want you to see that. So let's dive into it. Thank you for being here. And before we do dive into it, this is relatively unsolicited advice. It's not based on data from this specific example. It's not based on real world results for this specific example, meaning take from this what you will. Take any video on the internet with the grain of salt it deserves, give it discernment, and make sure that you are only applying methodologies that actually will work for your life. And in other words, take what works, leave what doesn't, enjoy it, and let's dive into it. Okay, so this post comes from the Body Clock on Reddit, who is actually called Sean, as we can see here. And this is the full post. I'll link it so you can go and read it if you want, but I've done a recap for the benefit of this video and keeping it concise. So essentially, Sean, the Body Clock, is living in Latin America, wants to make $2,000 a month remotely. His interests and skills are health and functional medicine. He's already publishing in terms of content, reels. He has quite a widespread social strategy so far, and he has an outline of his offer. And probably most importantly, he's also had 10 clients alongside the job that he has, and they found him through forums, Facebook groups, recommendations, etc. But I've never promoted use social media. So what he's basically asking is, how does he grow this health and functional medicine business service into $2,000 a month remotely? That's really the problem that we're trying to solve, and that's going to be my intention of this video, is sharing with you, Sean, and anybody else watching, pretty much the exact steps that I've already done to help somebody in the exact same position as you're in now. I have a client who is in the health and functional medicine space that also had a handful of clients throughout the years, randomly came to him, and now he's in a position where he scaled his offer to a $4,000 service, which is validated. And he also has another service, which is $1,400, which is selling itself on pretty much automation through a referral system. So to achieve this goal is very, very realistic if you are getting client results, which is what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to share with you my analysis and steps. So the biggest part of the analysis that I want to share with you, based on the post here, I picked this part out specifically, is that clients can be anyone 18 to 65 looking for improvements in gut health, cognition, memory, and energy levels. But my competitors work mostly with those with chronic illness, supporting them with nutrition, supplements, optimizing. So what this says to me, Sean, is that you do not have a clear offer. So I'm going to put here, no clear offer, meaning, and this is often where people in the nutrition and health space start, is they want to help everybody. That's a normal human tendency. But this, as a sales message, is enormous. And even the most accredited, most certified, most popular and well-known health experts never have a net this broad. Nobody can fulfill on this and make it work. And this is probably a symptom of people just finding you through forums and Facebook groups, and you trying to help them. And then you feel like you're helping lots of different people with lots of different problems. So you feel empowered enough to help them. And you probably could, especially with functional medicine, from my experience, is that the problem that you promote that you're solving is only actually going to be one problem that you end up solving, because when you are dealing with a person on a holistic scale. As you heal and solve their energy level, for example, the benefits of that are enormous, obviously. So you can help a lot of people in a lot of ways, but from a marketing and sales point of view, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get traction and velocity on the acquisition and the fulfillment side of your offer if you don't know specifically who you are helping and how you are helping them. So you need to, I would encourage you to create a clear offer from the work that you've already done. And the way that I would do that is I would go back through these 10 case studies, these 10 clients, and you can speak to them depending on how accessible they are. Speak to them and take note of the common problems that you've been solving, and then also the common methodology that's helped you solve that problem. Because what you'll probably find is that out of the 10 clients, you've helped 6 with, for example, brain fog. You said cognition, let's just use brain fog. You've helped 6 with brain fog. Well, that means that your service then can then be tailored towards your clear strength and what you're already doing naturally, which is helping with people with brain fog. And then that's how you can develop an offer that is more likely to be heard by the marketplace and then make people actually want to exchange fiat with you for doing it. So the example I always do, the offer outline that I always do, and this is for you to, we have multiple trainings on this, but I'm just going to show you it again because it's good for repetition, is essentially you're going to move somebody from A, undesirable, to B, desirable, and then you're going to charge for equals C equals your service. So what this looks like is that you're going to have somebody with, and I'm just using the brain fog for continuity here. The undesirable situation is they have brain fog. The desirable situation is they don't have the brain fog. The service that you're going to deliver is whatever you do, whatever your process is to get rid of brain fog, right? That's what you're going to charge for. And then the deliverables will be, I usually choose 4 phases to offers because I like it. And this just works for me. Deliverable 1 plus and this sounds really good, and I'm just going to explain exactly how this works in a minute. So you have 3 phases just like this, and I'm going to talk you through because this is exactly what we did with my existing client, and it worked really well because it just works. And I'm going to talk to you. This is the intensifier. So for example, phase 1 in the brain fog could be the deliverable 1 and deliverable 2 is what you're actually going to do for your client. And this is where you go back through your data and see what you already did and build upon that. But then you can have 2 deliverables. This is going to be 2 pieces of service per phase. So say the first phase was called establishing, the establishing phase where you're going to get clear on where your client is right now. Well, the deliverables could be, well, we're going to do a diet analysis and we're going to do a sleep analysis. So you have 1 phase done. Phase 2 is then when we recalibrate to see what we can improve based on phase 1. And the deliveries here will be, we're going to make a food diet plan for you, a custom-made diet specific for your needs and goals. And we're also going to put in a sleep hygiene module to walk you through to make sure that you're sleeping really good and show you some sleep protocols and a sleep stack. Phase 3, and again, you're building this process. So, and I'm just showing you, you've established, now you've recalibrated. Phase 3 could be optimization. This is where we start to focus on other aspects of your health, gut health, etc., etc. And you have another deliverable there. And then the intensifier is basically where you take all of this, all of what you've already done in your service and make it even more impactful to the client. So you do all those deliverables, and then the intensifier is, and once your brain fog is gone, I'll show you how to use it to help 15 more people in your life. Or you're basically forecasting in your client's mind. You work with me, Sean, the brain fog guy, then by the time you've got rid of your brain fog, you're going to have so much energy, you're not going to know what to do with it. I'll show you how to channel it into helping more people, something along those lines. So once you've got this offer and you become a little bit more clear, I know that you said in your original is that you've got 600 starter package, 100 per month. This is just complicated. I don't fully understand. I know you're just fleshing this out. I have an advanced VIP package. I would just do that specifically. I would only have 1 offer whilst you go into the marketplace because you want to validate it. So if you are looking, I'll just do a deal calculator. I mean, this should be relatively straightforward. $2,000 is your income goal. If you can put together a service, and for reference, we started my current client on a $1,700 offer. It then changed and split into a $1,400 and a $4,000, but we started at $1,700. So just for the sake of this conversation and this example, we're just going to put 1,500 in there. And if you're dealing with people's health and getting them results, it's absolutely feasible that you put together a service and an offer of that package. Like how valuable is brain fog if you get rid of it for some people? Very valuable. The cost, this is going to be advertising, acquisition costs, systems, etc. I like to put 250 here for offers like this because that's going to cover fees, it's going to cover system costs, it's going to cover some admin costs, and it obviously covers your ad spend as well. It may be a little bit higher acquisition. You could always go all the way out to 350 per acquisition. So this is your margin. So it's telling you that you only need 1.7 clients. And if you convert at 20% on calls, it means that you only need to be speaking to 9 people a month, 9 leads a month to make this work for you. That's the equation, right? So 9 leads. So I know you spoke about Facebook ads, but honestly, at this scale, if you're only looking for 9 leads and you've already given yourself the answers, if we go back to here, they found you through forums, Facebook groups, recommendations, etc. Is like, well, why wouldn't you just start there and start? We have an organic launch protocol that I could walk you through as well, which would be very useful for this because it's a really good way to validate an offer organically and get 10 clients at once if you wanted it, depending on how you figured out the details. But if you started there, if you had an offer and you were just posting on your forums, probably the work that you're already doing, you're already set aside, a certain amount of time and you're already making videos, as you've said in here. It's like, well, just be a little bit more focused now, turn it into an offer, and then just talk about that on forums, because all you have to do is, if you are talking about it on forums, is to take this offer and just send it to people. Because what I would do, and if this reconnects, which it will, as we always say, and it's my solutions are nearly always the same because it's just what has consistently worked for me, continues to work, is that you put the offer and you just drive it to, sorry, I've done this backwards. You have to get eyes on the offer, right? So you host this offer on a sales system, a landing page that books through to your calendar. I've shown this example many times, but you can see it again. There'll be a button here that'll go through to your calendar. On your offer page, it will be a very clear headline at the top here that says exactly what it is that you do, how you help people and what results you get. And if you've already had 10 clients, you could probably add testimonials in here. This is the inbound static funnel that we start everybody on because it just works. And then your only job is to get eyeballs on this offer. And of course, if you're posting on forums, creating content, this can be a link where the energy you're putting out is not fiat for ads. It's just into videos, posts, content, etc. And then you go get this offer live. You could have clients immediately. Once you have this offer, people will look for you and then you validate it and it rinses and repeats. And this is what we start everybody at, because this system, getting people onto an offer, is more than enough to scale this offer to $100,000 and beyond. I've seen it happen multiple times. And obviously, if you don't have a pre-existing network or audience over here, it will be slower, but it will be better to use ad spend within your system from clients, right? To then scale it and actually going from $2,000 a month to $10,000 a month with an offer like this just requires a little change in thinking and a little bit more precision on the ad spend anyway. But it's better to do that once you already have a validated offer and clients and more testimonials. So to recap, Sean, where you're at, you obviously already have enough and you already have the tenacity and audacity to be putting yourself out there, promoting this, and the desire to serve people. So really, you've already done most of the hard work. You've just got to focus this into creating an offer. This outline works super well. You obviously don't have to do the brain fog thing, but then you can put it into a service machine, a automated sales system that when they press this button and calendar, it's all automated to about 80%. And then you just get to rinse, repeat. So they're the exact steps that you could take for this offer. Take it from where you are now to comfortably to the income goal and beyond. Everything I've just shared with you is already validated. It's live. The offer I'm using is live in the marketplace right now at time of recording. So I can assure you that this strategy works when you tell people specifically what you're helping them with on a health level, and you have the testimonials to back it up and the system to fulfill it. You will attract the right people. You will be like your friends and the people that you see as competitors right now. They'll become colleagues and allies because there is no competition for improving overall health. You'll see that people will be attracted to you and your solution when it's clear, laid out and strategic, and you have an offer that they can actually exchange with you. And once you're at that point, then you can scale. So I hope that's been valuable. Let me know which parts has. I'm available via the links in the description. I appreciate you being here. Everybody else that's watched, I hope this has been valuable. Much love. Have a wonderful day and live free on your own terms. Peace.